Hey y'all, Rockstar Garage here. I got a loose knob. Some people complain about that. I generally just make it work. I'm talking about my Volvo V70R Spaceball shifter. My buddy Ben made a new little grommet that goes into the Spaceball on the top, which is awesome. It definitely helped with quieting it down, but there was this clanking when you would change gears, and certain gears worse than others. So I started digging into it, and it looks like there are some bushings that you can replace. I ordered from FCP Euro, and I'm just digging in. Take a look here. Show, because it didn't seem like there were any videos. So this piece, this one here, is the one that people say that one is responsible for lateral up down, but it reverses everything. Everything pivots off of this. So this is the one. This is the one I ordered. I ordered the. So you take off, well, I guess let me do this quick. So shifter, you literally push it down, twist left, and then you can lift it off, right? Spaceball, all of that stuff's fairly self-explanatory. That's all out, right? So once you're done, you have this little guy right there, and then you have this on top. So 3 T20s, boom, 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 see ya. This thing comes out. Old grease. I'll probably use some Honda high temp urea grease for that, or gear grease. Yeah, I have like bearing grease, but I'll probably use the Honda stuff. It's good. And then the next step is there's this clip, which was kind of a mystery to me. And everybody said, oh, you break the tabs, but you do. I think it's one-time use. You push it on, and the way that you get it off is I don't know how you're supposed to get it off, but I actually pulled all the tabs back to release, to make it bigger than the shaft that sits on, which is this thing that slides back in. If you put the spring in its place, this would slide back in. See, it's right there on the other side of that, right there. So this sits on that, and it's lubed up also. So I got a replacement of that because I just read that you should. So, and I don't know if you shove it back, if you bend them back, if they would hold, but why tempt fate? So I'm assuming it's one-time use. The new one probably just slides right on. I got this piece, but I don't know, I don't see it, so I'm not exactly sure where that is. So I'll take a closer look, but I got the bottom part, the top part, this piece, which a lot of people say it's that, and then the clip, and this piece, which we'll figure out. So check back with you in a sec. Okay, figured it out. So these pieces are pretty expensive, not gonna lie. So I took a look at this. To get the bottom one out, you have to release it from down there. I can't figure out how to do that. And to swap this one, I'm assuming you have to take the actual console out so that you can slide this completely out. That also doesn't look worn to me, and it's a pivot point. It's not something that wears. What does look worn to me is actually this piece, which it wasn't always feeling weird. It was the lateral. So I suspect that's probably my problem. Just that. So that and a replacement clip, and I think I'm going to just clean this up, put new grease on it, clean up the Spaceball, put it back together, and then shoot, I'll probably get, that's probably about, dang, between that other piece, that's probably like 60-70 bucks back. So I'm gonna do it. It doesn't need to be done, because when I clean this up and I shove it down here, right, and lock it into place, if you hold that, if you feel the play in the ball, whoops. If you feel the play on the ball, there isn't any. So it's not, you know, they're tough nylon pieces that kind of bolt down, hold together, and have grease on them, you know? Like, they're intended to do this and not wear out. So it's not like it's like metal grinding against it, but that one definitely looks worn to me. So I'll keep you posted. A little syringe, Honda high temp urea grease. When I was chasing down a master cylinder squeak on my old Acura, everything I would squirt in that thing the squeak would come back within a week. This stuff, it would last like years. So it's definitely good stuff. Got in there with a syringe. I went every possible area. So looking good. Button it back up. Well, I was trying to save a couple of other bucks, right? Because I didn't break any tabs on this. But for some reason, when shoving it back into place, I put it in reverse because I feel like that put the post as far over as possible. once I popped it in, the clip did lock back into place. Do not lube that up because I think the lubing prevents it from, I think it just keeps sliding instead of locking. So, shabam. So, definitely feels like it's got less play. There was always a bushing replacement thing, like solid bushings. Oh, it makes such a tight. But in the Acura, I don't know. I think I did it on my first one. I didn't really feel a difference. So this feels tight, and I did a trans fluids flush or swap rather, and it feels good. So we shall see. I think we're good to go. Let me put it back together. And there we are. All is right in the world. It's funny that it was the lateral. It's just number 4. You could do number 4, so number 4 and a clip, and you can clean it all up, new grease, and it's butter smooth. Now, would it be better in my brain if I had been able to get that bottom? I guess, but it's nylon against rubber, against nylon with high temp grease. It ain't that. It's not a problem. Short throw kit would be cool, but you know, $200 to have to go a little bit less. Have it in my Corvette. I have it on my TL. Don't have it on my. I didn't have it on my Audi. I had an Audi S5 B8.5. Did not have it on that, and I actually kind of liked the extra throw. So I don't know. Some people like it, some people don't. But that's it. The inner workings of an M66 V70R.